Hello students, welcome to the second session. In this second session of this DBMS subject, I will be discussing these topics like what are the functions of DBMS and what is database system. First, previously I have discussed traditional based database and compared that with the current type of database. Now in this DBMS, as I told you, DBMS stands for Database Management System. So which is a software which is used to manage the database, right? Now like we have also discussed what is data and also discussed what is database, right? Now again DBMS is nothing but the software which is used to manage those data. Again, coming to the functions of that particular DBMS application or the software is first defining. When I say defining, so in the previous class I told you database will be used for storing real world objects, okay? That is, real world data can be stored with the help of database, right? But when I say defining is nothing but if I want to store the information about the real world object, I need to have the specific structure of it. Say for example, I gave you an example like if I want to store details of a student. If I want to store details of a student, that is nothing but I need to define the specific structure of that particular definition. Say whenever I say students, that particular student will have some unique number, say register number. He'll have one specific name for him and his age and date of birth. And again, like say this is optional, like mobile number or address and which course he is studying. So all these are the details that is related to a student. So I need to define a structure like this. What are the components that defines this particular entity? The entity is, or the object is student. This object will be defined based on these properties, right? Again, while coming for these elements or this kind of values, I need to define what kind of data it is. Say for example, register number. It can be a number or it can be combination of both number as well as alphabets. Then I can make it as string. Again, name, as you know, it will be string. Age, it will be number, and again date of birth, it will be date. Again, mobile will be number, address, you'll have string, and again course, you'll have string. Now this process is nothing but defining. So functions is the database should be or should allow the user to create entity or an object with its properties and its types or what kind of value it is going to store. That is nothing but defining. Once the data or the particular database has been designed, we should be able to construct that particular database. Whenever I say construction, it is nothing but we need to store, we need to save or allocate memory for this particular design or definition into the memory, that is construction. So database should be able to allocate memory for this whatever we have defined, right? Again, manipulation. So database should allow to make any changes to this. I can change, say for example, instead of number, I cannot say number of 10. It is not required because age will be of maximum 2 or 3 digits, right? So I can reduce the size to 3 digits or I can reduce the size to 2 digits. Again, phone number, I can make the size as 12 digits or 10 digits that require, that is based on our requirement. So that is, we should be able to manipulate whatever we have defined. So that will be allowed by DBMS software. Again, sharing. Once this is defined and we have stored the data into it, say that is nothing but we have defined the structure, that is we have defined the structure and we have the values into that particular structure. After the values has been assigned for that particular structure, next we should be able to share that value. So if you consider this example, this is nothing but I have a table. In that table I have these columns like register number, name, age, date of birth, address and course. All these are the columns. I am going to give some value for that. Say for example, register number is 1, name is X, age is some 20, date of birth is, say I'll just write only year, say 2000, he has born on 2000, and again date of birth. After date of birth I'll give number, some mobile number, followed by address and course. Now these values should be shared to other programming languages, or should be able to use in other ways, or it can be like if it is stored in one system, I can send that values to the other system through network. So that is nothing but sharing, which will be allowed by database management system software. Again, protection. Now data should be secure. So the DBMS softwares should have the responsibility to provide the protection for whatever data we have saved. So we have saved this data, and this data will be manipulated only by the people who have created it, or the owners. So they will be having the permission to manipulate these data, and you can also share the data with other users also, right? So that is, we need to provide protection also to the data. So that is the function of database. Again, maintenance. When I say maintenance, if suppose I have stored 100 tables or 100 tables of information, I want to, there is a hard disk crash or something like that, I want to take a backup of it. So backup of it in the sense, whatever data that is stored into the database should be taken as backup, and it can be restored back. Okay, so the software, it is a software's responsibility to provide all these things, to secure the data, and say if I have the data in one place, I can send it to other place, I can use the same data in different application. All those things should be provided by database management system. So these are the functions of database. So we need to define, we need to construct, define us, we need to specifically mention what are the things, what is the attributes of that particular object, and again construct, we will be storing the data, and data will be added into that particular definition. And again manipulation, we should be able to make changes to the data or to the structure, and that data should be able to we should be able to share that data, and we should provide protection to that data, as well as maintenance for that particular data, whatever it is stored, right? Again, that is about the functions of database management system. Now coming back to the next topic, which is database system. When I say database system is combination of database and DBMS. So as I told you, DBMS is a software, database is collection of related data. So when we combine them together, then that is called as database system. So if you have data, database plus DBMS software, an application to manage this particular data, when we have the data, then combine them together, will consider it as DBMS system. So under that we have the concept of database catalog as well as metadata. I'll explain what are those. First, coming for database catalog. Database catalog is nothing but database system catalog or DBMS catalog. DBMS catalog is, say, whatever data that you are going to store, that data will be stored in the form of files, right? If you create a MS Word file, that will be considering it as file1.doc. If you have a notepad, it is considered as file1.txt, something like that, right? Again, similarly, whenever you have some data, and if you are storing that data will also be stored in the form of files. Okay, now what is catalog is, we'll have some definite structure of how the files is stored or organized. Example, say if you have table names, say I have different types of table names, from, say I have a table name called as student, right? I may have a table name called as address. I may have a table name called as bus. I can have a table name called as something like monitor. So like this I can have any number of tables. Now if you want to access that particular tables or the data faster, this tables or this data should be organized in a definite structure. If you organize that data in definite structure, that organizing of the data into that one particular structure is nothing but DBMS catalog. If I give you a simple example, you know hierarchical order. Hierarchical order is one after the other. Say for example, first you have one folder, under that folder you will have subfolders like these, right? Under that folder again we have subfolders. Okay, you can take the example of simple your hard disk. Suppose this is the hard disk, have drives, C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, and if I'm searching for some file, that file name is like XYZ, I want to access this XYZ. So we'll first go to the hard disk, next we'll go to the D drive, from D drive we'll be accessing this XYZ. So similarly, whenever you want to access any kind of tables or database, data that is present in the database, we'll have a definite catalog there. Catalog where it will contain the information how the data is stored, whether it is stored in the hierarchical order, sequential order, alphabetically, or in which order the data is stored. That details will be provided by DBMS catalog. Next, coming for metadata. Metadata is nothing but this value what you are going to see here. This information is nothing but metadata. In the sense, whenever I see the table called as student, in that I'll have register number, I'll have name, we have age, we have date of birth, and we have other columns. Now if I see the value here like 1, X, 20 and 2000, if I see the value like this, by seeing this I cannot analyze whether it is of which data type. Say if I see 1, it can be a string or it can be a number. If I say X, it is a string. So number, if I give number, I cannot store X, right? Again, here age, I have given 20. So I can give 20 or I can give 2000. All those details, that is the structure of the table, the details about that particular table or the structure of that particular table will be stored in the form of data of that data. That is nothing but metadata. So we are going to have information about this data. What is the information about this data? Nothing but what is the data type of this particular data, how many characters you are going to store. Those details are nothing but data of this data. Okay, so again, if you consider this number, it is a number. If I mention it as 10, that is nothing but this register number 1 is a data which will be storing data type as number. How many characters it can store? It can store 10 characters. This is the data of this data, which is nothing but metadata. Okay, hope this is clear. So this metadata will be representing the structure of the table, what is the data type and what is the size of those things, and if there is any constraints, those details will be represented in metadata. While coming for DBMS catalog, that represents the structure of how the data will be stored or the files is stored, that is DBMS catalog, right? Next we'll be discussing what is DBS environment. When you consider database system, for that database system we'll have certain functions. Under that functions, first is the application. So application is the DBMS software itself. DBMS software only will consider it as the application. Okay, again processor. When I say processor, we'll consider it as query processor. Okay, so when I say query processor, that is nothing but I have a table In that table I have 200 values. Now I want to search a student by name ABC. I want to search for the information of the student by name ABC. That is nothing but I am asking a question for the software to search for this particular value, that is ABC. I want to search here. I am asking that particular question. So that is nothing but query. Query is nothing but question. This question is the user, that is me, is asking one question. What is that question? To search for this particular value called ABC in that table. So to process that information, we'll have query processor. Okay, so understood. First we'll have the software, which is DBMS, and for that DBMS the user will be asking questions, which is nothing but queries. So once the query is asked to the DBMS software, the DBMS software, what it is going to see, it is going to search for the stored data. As I told you, I am searching for one particular table called as student. So that particular table is present somewhere in the hard disk. It is going to find that particular file. In that file is nothing but it is going to access stored data. So once it is accessing stored data, it will also search for metadata, in the sense whenever I ask for ABC, that is a student name, I cannot give number here. Suppose I can search something like this, where name equal to 1. So this is not possible because name cannot be 1. It can be some value there. To recognize that, I should also need what? I should also need metadata. And at last, physical storage. Physical storage is, it will go to that particular location student, that particular file. It is going to search for the data. If it is available, it is going to return back to the user. So this is DBMS environment. So if I want to explain in brief, first we'll have the DBMS software here. So in this DBMS software, we'll have data as well as the structure of that particular data. Okay, so DBMS will contain these details. Again, after this, it is also going to store physical location. After data structure, it is also going to store physical location. When I say physical location, that is nothing but into your memory, like say hard disk or RAM, in which place it is located. That details will be considering it as physical location. So whenever I ask a question, whenever I ask a query, that is I am searching for some value. So whenever I search for that particular value, this DBMS software will send that information to the data, and then that particular data will also be compared with the structure of the question what you are asking. If it is available, it will go to the physical location and that result will be sent back to the user. This what that happens when you are using database management system. While studying in detail, I am going to explain how this is used in the next coming sessions. Okay, hope this is clear. We'll discuss the other topics in the next session. Thank you.